All right, I think that we are ready. This is lesson 2.1. This is the guided practice for that. So let's get started. I'm going to use this idea that I had in my previous lesson of the zero triangle, and I'll show you how I use it. I have, this means negative 1 times 9. So I have negative 1 times positive 9, and the answer is negative. It's the sign that's not covered. So the answer is negative, and 1 times 9 is 9. For 14 times negative 2, I have positive 14, negative 2. The answer is going to be negative, and I know 14 times 2, so it's negative, and 14 times 2 is 28. This one, negative 9 times negative 6. So that's going to be negative times negative, and negative times negative is positive. So 9 times 6 is 54. And I didn't put a positive down there. We just assume that it's positive when there's no sign. So 2 times 50, what I often do is I know that 2 times 50 is 100. And then negative times positive is negative. And so I will write negative. This one, negative times positive, once again, negative. And, we can really just go through the line here. Anything times 0 is 0. Okay, I'm just going to focus on the signs here. Negative times negative, positive. Okay, I won't put anything there. I got one negative. Negative times positive is negative. I know that sign's negative. I know this one's going to be negative, and I know that one's going to be negative. And anything times 0 is 0. That's easy. And negative times negative is positive. Oh, yeah, I already did that. And negative times negative is positive. So now I can just fill in with the numbers. 4 times 15, I know that's 60. So that's 60. And 8 times 12 is 96. Notice how I'm just picking these apart. 15 times 9, right here, if you do it in a calculator, 15 times 9 is 135. 7 times 7, 49. 3 times 100 is 300. And you got it. Okay, so that first part's easy. Now let's look at the word problems, number 13. Flora made 7 withdrawals of $75 each from her bank account. And what was the overall change in her account? Well, that would be, so she made a withdrawal of $75 each. So she made 7 withdrawals of $75 each. So 7 times 75. But a withdrawal means the money's coming out of her account. So we need to call that negative 75. And 7 times 75, that is 525. And positive times negative is negative. So it's negative $525. And that would probably be something like, if we say it's in dollar form, negative, and the negative would go in front of that sign, negative $525. Okay. A football team lost 5 yards on each of 3 plays. Explain how you would use a number line. Define the team's change in field position after 3 plays. Well, and this goes back to the explore activity. And so what you would do, you would start at 0 on the number line, and you would move, let's see, 5 yards to the left, right? Move 5 yards to the left. And we got that. And you would have to move to the left 3 times. So that looks like this. It's 5 yards to the left 3 times, and that means that's a loss of 15 yards. So the team lost 15 yards. There you go. The temperature dropped 2 degrees every hour for 6 hours. What was the total number of degrees the temperature changed in 6 hours? Okay, so that is, it dropped 2 degrees, okay, for every hour for 6 hours. So it did this 6 times. What was the total number of degrees temperature change? So that is negative 12. So yeah, that'd be it dropped. It dropped a total. Oops, a total of 12 degrees Fahrenheit. Explain the process of finding the product of two integers. Okay, so I got my notes here. Well, what I say is we could use the Sarah triangle. You might be able to say that. So really just multiply. And let's think about this. If you have 14 times negative 2, one of the problems we did, what did we do? We multiplied 14 times 2, right? So you're stripping away the negative. And to strip away the negative means you're going to take the absolute value of that number. So if we take the absolute value of 14, which is 14, the absolute value of negative 2, which is 2, you just multiply those absolute values, 14 times 2, and we get 28. So that's what so you first multiply the absolute values, okay? And then if both integers are positive, the product is positive. If both are, I should say, the same sign, okay, then it's positive. If they are different, the product is negative. So think about this. So multiply the absolute value. So 14 times 2 is 28. We're doing that. If both are the same, if both integers, so meaning both numbers here, are the same sign, then the product's positive. So 14 is positive and 2 is negative. They're not the same sign. So if they are different signs, the product is negative. So this product, negative 28 is supposed to be negative. So there you go. That's how the whole thing works. And what's coming up is the independent practice next. Be sure to tune in for that one.